And there was a time not so long ago when smoking was allowed, well, pretty much just about anywhere.
Including airports or airplanes, even more recently in restaurants.
So where can you smoke today? Well, in Greeley, the ban on cigarettes could soon extend to outdoor spaces as well.
That has our Russell Haythorne going 360 on smoking, and what he heard from smokers and non-smokers might surprise you.
Up here, the air is nice and clear. Down here, on the other hand, holy smokes.
Personally, I do smoke in the park.
So we're standing at Evans Village.
When Greeley Parks and Rec Director Andy McRoberts
We worked with the Tobacco Coalition.
recently visited the city's brand new $1.4 million playground,
Ready, set, go.
what he saw practically took his breath away.
There's some parents on the playground smoking, and it just didn't feel right.
So the city is now considering a smoking ban in public places.
This is an expansion of our smoking prohibition to include some outdoor areas.
We're going 360 on the issue,
Come on, let's go.
starting with Debbie Stewart,
Look
a
at
grandma whose husband smokes but says given the overwhelming research,
Adults shouldn't really be smoking around children, secondhand smoke. I know our kids had a lot of ear infections because of being around secondhand smoke before we knew about that.
this Vietnam vet and former smoker agrees.
Maybe at your house and in your yard, but up in public like this, it doesn't need to be smelled or seen.
Gilbert Martinez also hates the waste.
And then kids, what do? Pick them up or eat them, right? Or play with them. We don't need that.
But some say there is an argument for smoker rights.
I think it's your right to smoke. I mean, it's not good for you or whatever, but I guess it's your right if you want to smoke.
Tom Lewis says it is his right, but he also feels a sense of responsibility to be aware of his surroundings.
I wouldn't go over to a playground and sit there and smoke in front of a bunch of kids or have them breathe in the smoke.
And perhaps surprisingly, that's the sentiment we found amongst most smokers. Do you think it's all becoming too much from a smoker's perspective?
Not at all.
Smoker Amy Roy not only supports the ban, she believes any argument against it is just smoke and mirrors.
If I have to walk to the outskirts of a park or, not be able to smoke outside of a restaurant, I do not have a problem with it. I think that it's very fair and needed.
Greeley already has a ban on smoking at ball fields like Butch Butler Swimming Pool and the Greeley Stampede's Island Grove Arena. The expanded ban would apply to playgrounds, covered pavilions, skate parks, and sport courts.
All of our outdoor sport courts would be basketball and tennis.
McRoberts says there's certainly a precedent for this, with similar bans in cities like Fort Collins and Wheat Ridge.
We are in the business of health and wellness and recreation for everybody.
And even smokers who see both sides
I'm neutral about it, I would say.
aren't totally opposed.
Yeah, you could just go smoke on the sidewalk or somewhere else. I would abide by the laws and everything if they passed it.
Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
Well, the issue is up for a final vote before Greeley City Council in about a half an hour. But what do you think about this? Should smoking be banned in more places, or are the current restrictions enough?